Okay, guys, I'm in my hotel in New York, and I one of my things when I was booking this hotel is I just really wanted a cool view, and yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be really good. It's a really good view, and I wanted to like film with the backdrop being the window, but this is like one of the only times that I'm gonna have to film, and it's insanely bright, so we're gonna have to deal with this, and I'm already like really frustrated, guys. Guys, I'm gonna try not to be like ornery. I feel like that's a good word. On this week's episode, but I have had this phone fall 15 times and it's okay. Like everything is fine. I had a beer a little bit ago and I'm still feeling I'm like the biggest lightweight and it's so sad because in high school I could just drink and now it's like I am beginner status again and I have one beer and it's 2 hours later and I feel like I'm crashing down like I'm ready to take a nap, but I'm gonna try and stay awake. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys about my trip and like walk you through it. I wanted to vlog, but l- seriously, it is okay. Actually, it's not too bad today. Today's been the warmest day that we've had since we've gotten here, and it's 29 degrees right now. When we got here, I think it was like 9 degrees, but it's been like in the single digits and feeling like negative. Yesterday was actually so freezing. New York got like this weird, chill winter storm. And so it's been feeling like -6, -10 when we're outside. And I want to vlog so bad. And even like going on trips, like I love to take pictures, obviously. I want to take as many photos as I can. I want to take a lot of videos too because I like just making videos for myself to look back on the trip. And I have not gotten out my camera. I've not gotten out my phone. Today has been the one day that I've like actually taken a ton of videos and stuff or pictures because getting my hands out of my pockets or even out of my gloves has just been so brutal. So the first day, I'm just going to do like a little recap of the trip and like input some videos. So the first day we got here and we went straight to bed, I think cuz we were just so tired. Um but we woke up on the second day really bright and early. Our sleep schedule has actually been so crazy because we've been waking up really early, maybe taking a nap, and then waking up at like 2 a.m. and staying awake for like last night, we woke up at 12 in the morning, 12 at night. I got no, yeah, 12 a.m. And we stayed awake until like 4 or 5 a.m. and then went to bed. But the second day was my birthday. So I turned 21. And I think it was that might have been the coldest day, but it wasn't as like bad as yesterday because I'll tell you what we did yesterday, but we walked through so we're staying in like Midtown area, I think, or actually like Times Square because literally right down there is Times Square. Oh my gosh, we took the Uber shuttle when we got here. And when we travel, me and Jack just keep our headphones on like the entire time and they're both noise canceling. And so we were on this shuttle and we were driving here. It's like 8 other people, maybe not even that, like 6 other people. And every time we pass somewhere, Jack would like yell like, "Oh my god, Stranger Things." And the entire bus is like dead silent and I didn't have my headphones on, but he still had his noise canceling. And you know when you like are talking, but you're talking extra loud because you can't tell how loud you are? It was like that, but he was actually yelling. Didn't tell him. But then the second time, I think we passed indoor skydiving and he was like, "Indoor skydiving?" So loud. Everybody looked at us and I looked at him and I just started laughing and he took off his headphones and he was still talking. He was like, "We have to do." Was I talking loud? It was so funny. But we just walked here from I think we like stopped in Times Square somewhere and we had to walk up here. But I can see like a bunch of the lights from our hotel. And I didn't think that we were gonna be that close, but it's like a big area. Um, but we're right also next to Central Park, so that's really nice. So the first day we walked in Central Park and then to the like Upper East Side and went to because there was like a bookstore that I wanted to go to up there. And what else? We went to a coffee shop, I think. It was so every time we like left the cold, I think that day there was a lot of wind too, but it was still so cool to like see Central Park and yeah, so we just walked around there and then I think we came back and we went to a few bars. We went bar hopping the first night. I really can't remember what we did the first day, but yesterday we went to like yesterday we actually rode the bus around. So we went to the public library, we went to the Morgan Library and Museum. That place was really pretty. And then I really wanted to walk around like Soho and like what is it? The West Village, I think. But we went to there's this auto photo place that we wanted to go to because it's so hard traveling as just a couple because, like, getting photos with you 2, unless you hire a photographer, it's just, like, you're not gonna get photos. We got really lucky because the first day, we were, like, by the Louis Vuitton store, and this old couple asked us for a photo, and so I was like, "Okay, it's gonna be a transaction now. If you're asking us, then we're gonna ask you." And they took a really, really cute photo of us, so thank God for them. And then we went to the auto photo yesterday, and we kind of have this tradition of taking pictures like that because we got one in Italy, and now I just wanna get them where like, every single place that we go. Yeah, we took a few ones that's like a vintage store, I think in Soho, maybe closer to Chinatown, I'm really not sure, but I had plans to, like, walk around down there, but since the sun sets at, like, 5, after the sun sets, it's like, you're done for, so we walked, like, 30 minutes from there to the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time we got there, it was, like, completely dark, literally freezing, so, so cold, and I got to when we were walking up, we were, like, walking up an incline, so that got us, like, sweating a little bit, but when we were walking up, my eyelashes, I could feel them dripping, and I did this to my eyes, and all my mascara came off, and then, like, my entire face was almost soaked because I think I was, like, frozen. My whole face was frozen, and then as soon as I started, like, warming up a little bit, everything de-thawed, and I was so scared for when it froze again because the first day, literally, Jack's like it was so cold that his eyes started watering and then they would freeze. So, it was that kinda cold, but it was really cool to see the view from the bridge, and then we did not walk around Midtown or no, not Midtown, like, down there at all, and that's why I really, really wanna come back in the summer because I think down there, just walking around, like, that's what we really like to do when we're traveling places, but, like, our the way that we thought of it was like, "Okay, we'll walk around, and every time that we get cold, like, we'll stop in a coffee shop or stop to get a drink or something." We were getting cold every 5 minutes, like, you walk outside and you're instantly freezing, so that didn't really work out, and then we took the bus yesterday, and we accidentally took the wrong bus, so that was a little awesome. But, yeah, the food has also been really good. That's one of the things that we've wanted to try. I got some really good pizza, got some really good bagels, and then I got a hot dog and some coffee, and so that's been really guys, the bagel, why does nowhere else have, like, scallion cream cheese? Like, that it's so good, whatever. So that was yesterday. And then today we were like, "Okay, chill day." Like, there's so much that I wanted to do, but with the weather, it's just like, it's not gonna happen, and that's okay. Like, it's still we still got to see the city, and then we know, like, we definitely wanna come back when it's better weather. But, even today has just been so nice because 'cause it's been in, like, the 20s and 30s. Like, that is bearable. Like, that's cold, but we can still we can still handle it, you know? So we went to another coffee shop today, and then we went to see the cathedral, the Saint, like, Patrick's Cathedral, I think, and then we went to the Apple Store because I have one of the, like, the chip card readers, but it's for my old phone, so I needed one for this phone so I could get all my pictures off of it, so that was really cool. We've just been walking around, and that's the majority of what we do when we travel, and it's really fun. Like, I think something that I noticed every time we vacation or travel is, like, when some people vacation, it's like, okay, you wanna have all of this money so that you can go shopping a ton, so that you can do every single excursion, so that you can go see all the possible things. When we travel, we just like to I don't know, like, obviously, we wanna see the things that make the city, like, special, but really, it's just trying to see what it's like to hang out there for a day, you know? Which maybe when we have, like, a ton of money, we'll do all the excursions and we'll go shopping and whatever, but just, like, hanging out is really, really fun for us. Our sleep schedules have been really insane, though, but tomorrow we leave, and we're gonna head over to Greece, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to go back to Europe. Like, I actually can't. I'm a little scared that they're not gonna let me back into Greece, but I think it'll be fine because I got a bus ticket there and I couldn't figure out how to pay it. And, like, doing anything in a foreign country is just, like it's so challenging, and I think, like, something even as simple as going to the grocery store, like, I was actually using, fabric softener for the first month that I was living there instead of laundry detergent because some things, like, you just have to have energy to do the complicated things, like translate products to make sure they're the right things that you need, and sometimes I'm like, I don't really care, like, I'm sure it'll work out." And sometimes it doesn't work out, and you make all your clothes, like, really low quality because 'cause you're washing them with fabric softener, but it's okay. But, yeah, so I got a bus ticket, and I never paid it. So, I think it'll be okay, I'll let you guys know if I get trapped in the Athens airport for a few days, but whatever. So yeah, that's really, like the trip to New York has gone by way faster than I thought it would, but, and it's been so awesome, but honestly, I'm just really, really excited to go to Europe, and I think the city I there's just so much to see. I hate that when I go to places when it's like it is so huge, like, obviously, you can't do it all in one go, and I feel like we've done so much, we've seen so much, we've gone so far, but still we haven't even made a dent in the city, and I hate that feeling because we've gone to the East Village or the Upper East Side, we've walked a lot around Midtown, we've gone down to Brooklyn Bridge, Chinatown, Soho, but still we, like, have not gone anywhere. So, I definitely wanna come back in the summer. I love that like, this is at least one place that's really close to where we're from, but, yeah, I just hate that I feel like I haven't. Like, we've done so much, but also, the cold is just not it's not for us. We every time we go anywhere, I think we realize how much we just wanna be in, like, tropical weather all the time. I think that's, I love the changing of the seasons, but I really just wanna live somewhere warm. Anyways, so that's been our trip so far. I I'm living out of one bag again for the month, and one thing I was debating between bringing a book or bringing my journal, and I brought my journal. And one thing about me is that when I have something to feel, or when I'm going through a really rough time, or when I'm alone a lot, that's when I journal. And so when me and my boyfriend were long distance for the 2 weeks, I was literally journaling every day, multiple times a day. And then as soon as he came back, I stopped journaling, and I haven't journaled since he came back. And I don't I hate that, honestly, I hate it so much because I feel like, when I'm alone, I'm journaling all the time, and I love that when I'm alone, I have so many thoughts, and it's like I'm constantly self-evaluating, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly learning from who I am, what I'm doing all the time, and I'm reflecting all the time, but it can also be really exhausting because it's like I go out and do one thing, I go and talk to one person, and then it's on my mind forever. And then once I have one comfort person, and I've kind of done this all my life where I'm a really socially anxious person. All right, sorry guys. My throat has been so sore ever since I got off the first plane. Something that I don't think I've talked about it, but my I have really bad like flight anxiety, which is really actually it's not too bad anymore because I've like learned how to deal with it, but it all stems from my fear of throw up, and the older that I get, the more I realize how many people are actually scared of throw up, and it makes me feel really comforted because it's something that I've dealt with my entire life, and it really really sucks, and it feels like the most stupid thing in the world because it holds you back from so many different experiences which like don't automatically make sense, like um theme parks, concerts, parties, going out, traveling, um anytime I'm in like a tight space or something, buses, like public transportation in general, um crowds in general, like anytime I'm in like one of those types of whatever, I get very panicky and it all stems from throw up because like if I'm in a plane and I have to throw up, if I have to throw up at all, it's not really, really bad unless I am in the wrong place, but more so it's other people throwing up and getting sick. It's like, okay, if you get sick and I'm here trapped with you, that is my worst fear. If I have to see it, hear it, smell it, that is my, like, I will have a panic attack. And it's not even that like I get sick from other people getting sick, but I think I will, and I'll like, I just psych myself out. So with planes too, it's like if other people are getting sick around me, which it's a place that people do get sick, and if I get sick, I'm trapped here. Like I don't want anybody else to see me throw up. I don't want anybody else to throw up and me have to see it or get it on me or like hear it or anything. So anytime that something like that happens or it gets close to happening, I freak out. And I was on the plane and there was a little girl behind me and she was screaming so loud. She wasn't even that little. She was like 6 years old, 7 years old. I think she was really, really freaking out, and her dad was trying to calm her down. And whenever I hear somebody freaking out, I'm automatically like, oh, it's because they're about to throw up or something, or she is gonna throw up. And so that's why I have noise canceling headphones. They've honestly been the biggest blessing to me when it comes to traveling or just like scary situations, because if I can focus on something else, like if I can put my headphones on and not hear it and close my eyes and not see it, I'll be okay. Smelling it, that's something where I can like kind of convince myself that it's something else. I'm like, oh, that's like somebody really just like farted really bad and it smells gross, whatever. But yeah, and ever since that flight I've had a sore throat. I think it's also probably because of the cold. But I also am so scared of like traveling and being sick. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to jinx myself. um Even like that scares me, whatever. I've tried to get over it. But whatever, let's get back to the social anxiety thing. So, I guess traveling really, one thing that I love about it, especially when you're by yourself, is that it helps you like reconnect to who you are. I don't know, at least that's what it does for me. Is like anytime that I go to a new place or I experience something new or I have to go out of my comfort zone, because traveling really, really forces me to, it it challenges me. It gets me out of like my comfort zone, in not just like the fact that I'm going to somewhere new where I don't know the rules, but I have a lot of social anxiety. I have a lot of like throw up anxiety, and being in spaces where I have to overcome that helps me not just like feel like a stronger person, but it also just helps me reflect on who I am and like how I operate as a human being. And it makes me very reflective. I feel like I just said that, but that's why I brought my journal over my a book, because usually when I go place to place, I just have so many thoughts about who I am as a person, what I want in my actual life, what I want to do. And then I also just like to talk about the place that I'm at, because like what the heck. And cuz it's crazy. Like, what do you mean I'm in New York? That's crazy. Um but when I'm with a person, I'm not as reflective as I am alone, and I think that's obviously like a very common theme in human beings in general. But when you're with somebody all the time, like you aren't forced to be in your head all the time. I don't know if you guys can hear that siren. It's obviously really loud because New York. But like the times that I've been alone in my life versus the times that I've been with a person, I have been somebody to always have a best friend. I've had groups of friends, but I really just think of like my best friend, really, because like when I was a kid, I had like my childhood best friend, and I don't think I had to be alone until like my senior year of high school, because if I didn't have a best friend, I had a boyfriend, and then I had like a few years alone, and then I think my study abroad was like when I was the most alone, not completely alone, but I never had somebody that I was like constantly linked with and like mind linked with. Guys, I'm sounding so stupid right now and I'm sorry. But and like now I have my boyfriend. And when you're with somebody 24/7, I feel like that takes away the anxiety that you have to feel, because it's just like when you're alone in a space and you go somewhere, and then you're very, very shy. And then the moment that your best friend gets there, like you're the loudest person in the room, right? I feel like that's how I am in my head also. Like when I am alone all the time, I am in my head all the time. I have so many things I want to think about, so many things I need to fix about myself. And when I'm with somebody, I'm also like thinking about what I need to do and what I need to fix, but it's kind of on like the back burner and it's not in my immediate head of like, oh, this is something that you need to work on. And it's not something that like conquers my thoughts all the time. And I I love that and I hate it at the same time because when I'm alone, I feel like I'm constantly bettering myself. Like I'm actively becoming the best version of myself every single minute. And when I'm with someone, I'm kind of at ease because I don't have the anxiety. I don't have like the overthinking 24/7 about who I am, what this interaction meant, what this thing means about my character, if I'm this person or that person. And like, it gets really, really exhausting to be alone all the time because I'm thinking so much. But at the same time, I feel like it's good for me. But maybe it is not good for me. I'm sorry if you can hear the sirens. Um, Also, sub note about New York. I when I was coming here, I one thing that I was really scared to do was like just order food because I feel like the people here are so certain they're on the like they know what they want. They're ready to go all the time. And actually the people here have been so nice and so helpful. Like every time that I've gotten on a bus, somebody has been asking for directions or asking where to go or what to do or asking for a favor and it like takes up time. And then the bus driver is always so helpful and they're like they will take the time to explain. But the first time I got on a bus, guys, it was the M5, I think. And we got on and obviously like I hate doing stuff like that because I don't want to be bad at it. Like I just want to know how to do things. And I think this was so ironic because I got on the bus, we sat down, everything worked out fine. This I think somebody got on and they were asking what bus they needed to take or what directions or where they were going to go. And there was some dude in the back and he was yelling and he was like, "Oh my God, it's so annoying. She's not a tour guide." And then we'd stop at the next stop and somebody else would ask for directions or something. And he was just like going off. And it was actually so funny because it made me realize I'm like, okay, girl, actually, what is your worst fear? Because if that is your worst fear, somebody being like, oh my gosh, you're so annoying. Why don't you know how to do this? It's not her job to tell you what to do. Like, that's your worst fear? Because genuinely, like, that's what I'm scared of is like, I'm not going to know how to do something and somebody's going to get mad at me for not knowing. What is that? He said he was going to the gym. What's this?
A little apology for not putting the toilet seat down. Good fuck.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell them what happened and then I'm gonna take a pause on the video. Jack doesn't put the toilet seat down, and that's
I do
okay.
put it up though. I don't piss on the seat.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Let's keep that in mind.
I get so mad because if I ask you to do something, just please do it and fix it, you know? And so he didn't put it down for me, like the second one, right? Like the one that dudes put up when they go pee, and then they never put it down. So if you go sit down, you're gonna like fall through in the water. Um, okay, but it's your job to put it down. Anyways, but I ask him this all the time, and you know those videos on TikTok where their wives are like 5 years later and dude still doesn't know how to put the toilet seat down and it's like not even just that, it's a thousand other things. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then he got me sushi because he's sorry for not putting it down.
Alright, you're gonna cut this part.
Anyways, so Jack's gonna sit here while I finish this. Actually, Jack's never watched me do this before, and he's never watched one of my videos, I don't think. But that's okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Um, but yeah, that happened on the bus, and it wasn't like it was happening to me, but if it was happening to me, like, that's really not the biggest deal in the world, but that is my biggest fear. And I think that's something about traveling that I love because in my hometown, it's not like I don't go out of my comfort zone hardly ever. And so when I'm traveling, I'm like forced to do these things. Otherwise, either not going to have a good trip or you're just going to have the most boring time ever. I feel like I can't focus with you here. Yeah, but I feel like traveling in general is just like a reflective experience. And that's one of the things that I love about it, especially being in a relationship. Because when I'm alone at home and if I'm like single or I don't have like a best friend or somebody that I'm just clinging to all the time, I'm already being reflective. I'm already thinking all the time. But add traveling into it and it's like quadrupled. But even like being with my partner, I'm still thinking all the time. I don't know. Because even like him being here right now, I feel like I'm a thousand times like I don't have my deep thoughts anymore. Maybe it's just because he's not. He calms me down. He takes away my overthinking. I don't think, are you even listening to me? But, I don't know. I feel like my base level personality when I'm alone is in overthinking, over analyzing. And that's one thing about just having a comfort person is that all of that goes out the door. And I love that. But I feel like it's also crucial to my character to just like develop and become a better version of myself, even though it's like can be really, really sucky and exhausting. That's what it really is. It's exhausting. But I feel like whatever. I think I'm kind of done, guys. Do you want to tell them about the trip at all?
It's freezing. It was -15 yesterday, but it's been good.
Good. Yeah,
Real.
it has been real. Um, yeah, I'll see you guys in Athens, and that's it. Peace out. Ooh, ooh.